Hi Aaron and Dragon with you. So today I wanted to share a story which consists of 5 parts, and every day we will have a fight at Golden Guild again. So I try to work on our mistakes and get more progress. That's Monday today, and we fight with TittyTwister. They already know our teams, that's why they placed like water plus Eden. Obviously they know that our main teams are water, and that's why they wanted to counter them, but if they play Earth, we just go with the quantity of our attacks. So they played a super bridge, maxed Titans, everybody, but still we managed to break through. Also we captured Lighthouse, and that was kind of nice for Highlander, that's his work. And Dragon, so Dragon managed to remove Anil with 2 fights. Also, Dirty Dozen removed several champions, so you see that he damaged Jose, and he removed Ivanos Knights. My main plan was to capture Lighthouse, Bridge, Gates of Nature, and Spring of Elements. So as you can see, my plan worked, and I'm pretty sure that anyway our heroes fought nicely today, same about Titans. Let me show you real quick their progress. So that's what they managed to do. They still have 4 attacks. You see that now it's 2 attacks. So probably some more points in the future. If you check their powers, then you probably understand that these heroes are pretty maxed and also ascended. And there are also a huge amount of Super Titan players. So just a quick overview, this video is short. So that's the second day of Guild Wars. As I expected, TittyTwister finished their location and received a nice amount of points. Also, our champions managed to collect some more, and we also improved our result. So that's the final score against TittyTwister. Today we fight against the Raiders, and obviously they will win this fight, but I wanted to highlight some fights and our general plan. So first of all, let me show you the map so that you can understand their power, how they work, how we work. My plan was just to capture all the middle locations. So ignore the first 2 locations, ignore the citadel and capture everything around. But the last target was Foundry. So I had the main plan of capturing these 6 locations. And if we are lucky enough, we also capture Foundry. As you can see, we aren't lucky enough, so Morningstar managed to hold our attacks, and that's one of the heroes of today's war. Okay, so let me show you their map and why I say they probably win. So they just have 5 more attacks, and they still have 1, 2, 3 easy wins, and maybe somewhere here 2 more. So I assume that they can collect much more points and obviously win this fight. But anyway, this fight was more like, I can't say even of course, but more balanced, let me say this way. Because unlike TittyTwister, they don't have over 1 million champions on top of their guild. At the same time, they also have a maxed champion Morningstar with Earth Titans, and a huge amount of just big players, I would say. So their team is strong, no doubt, and we need to fight with them. Maybe some bottom champions are like our middle champions of power, but still that was not easy. So let's check their defenses. At Bridge they had double Earth, Water and Fire. I know that Nyx has absolute star fire totem, that's why I tried to remove him personally and I failed, but did a huge amount of damage. And same about others, so they are powerful, no doubt, we need to play seriously against them. So Manuel and Claudio started, also Cordul helped us here. About champions, so we managed to remove some champions, but here we have Dino, which is the hero of the score also. I'll show you why. He holded several attacks and only I finished him. Okay, so I'll just show you the compositions so that you could understand what they play, how they plan this time. That's a short video, but I think that I can show their heroes. so that you can collect allied teams too. And their citadel wasn't super protected, so at start we planned let's capture the citadel, but then we got stuck at their titans, and as a result we stopped this plan, thought okay, we don't have resources for citadel anymore, and that's why we just do whatever we can to collect more points. Okay, so about titans, the situation is pretty same. So we have a nice amount of titans for every single element, and it wasn't easy to fight with them. So every bastion is protected. We had to send somebody. Only spring of elements look like our power. So it's Wednesday today. You see that we managed to get more points from raiders. Yesterday Celine joined the fight, and as a result we managed to complete the story with Foundry. So Celine finished Morning Star. I thought we can't do that, but as you can see we can do that actually. And then also some other fighters joined. That's the result. So actually she made it together with Iris. Iris is just a great character, removing the super defense teams, and that's another example of how it is possible. Okay, so today we have another fight. It's about KillArmy now. So let's see what happened against KillArmy. Let's see the fight. First of all, I'll show you the map probably, right? So that's the map of what's going on here. My plan was to collect heroes this time because I wanted to train more heroes today. And the training was pretty nice. So we found several teams which are effective, and also we had successful defenses. My main plan is now finished. We still have some attacks, so we have 8 more attacks, but they just collect some more points. So I think that we get more, but not sure how exactly. Okay, let me show you the defense of our opponent and how it works. So at bridge we have Peter with super powerful team of water with absolute totem, and also some other allies with nice teams. At Titans, I can't say that KillArmy has super powerful Titans, but their weakest Titans are like our middle once again. So that's the Titans they use. You see that not super powerful, but still not weak. And actually that's their teams, so they play all elements. I will not show you their totems, obviously, because they still have a lot of fights ahead. Also, huge heroes. So what I wanted to say is they play Esteros often, they play Aurora often as main tanks, so they are really popular. At the same time, mixed teams of mages and teams with some special ideas. As you can see, we managed to remove everything, but that was not super easy. And I'll show you the heroes of today. So the heroes who stopped us for several attempts. Here, one of the most powerful composition. I can win Octavius, but that's risky and not sure what will do. Sometimes I lose to Samantha because she just removes me even with Isaac. Sometimes I win, so it depends. Anyway, that's a huge structure foundry, so we decided to ignore it today. And at Citadel, you see that Peter is here, Vito, Shan, so we have multiple problems. Shan has crazy defense against physical damage, not much against magic damage, obviously, but his Dante is able to remove the entire team if played too long. So that's their teams. So another fight, this time with HT Titans. And as you can see, my champions just did more than I expected this time. Today I changed my strategy, so I started removing heroes myself, and then we had to finish Foundry. So Foundry was the last location, which I thought was optional, but as you can see, my generals managed to remove everything, which is pretty nice. So let me introduce the heroes of our opponent first. That's what defends Foundry. Also we have a nice composition at Citadel, so you see that Aurora and Esteros are the most popular characters. Also we have both mages, Iris and Kira teams. At the same time, at the front line, we had to fight with several different approaches. One more time, you see that also mages, pure damage. So they just tried to place at least one strong defender into each position. And actually that's a good strategy, so we had to be careful here. That's what happened. And about their titans, so they have Santa with a huge water team and rain also. So we have nice bridge, I would say. Yes, it took some time to remove this bridge. And at bastion, so each bastion is defended with at least one 700,000 character. Sometimes even not one, sometimes there are several of them, so at bastion of ice it's like something crazy. So I decided not to risk here and to skip this. And at Spring of Elements, as usual, we have the location, which is easiest to collect, but still not bad here. So that's our opponent. Now let me show you just what we managed to do. Probably we will not win, we have still 5 attacks, so not sure what will happen next. And same about HT Titans, they have 13 more attacks and they feel pretty good, I would say. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. So today I'd like to introduce our last opponent of this week, AntiCovid. That's the second, sometimes first, top guild of our server at Gold. So you see their bridge is nicely protected, 3 teams with water, probably absolute. And then we had also some fire teams. Let's start from Titans. So every single bastion is defended with 700k. You see same about Gates of Nature, so we are trying hard to remove them now, but I'm not sure we still have forces. Probably we can do it near Trench the Night when our players join us. Then we have Bastion of Ice, so one really strong player, Ruslan. I had to take care of starting him personally because Claudio was not ready to fight here and told that, well, that's not a logical decision. I told, okay, then I do it myself. As you can see, we did the entire bastion. Then we have Spring of Elements, and as a result, that's as usual the weakest location, but even their weakest titans are like our middle or even high. Now talking about heroes. So we managed to fight with the front location. They use very solid teams, including undead team, physical team, pure damage team. So really they had several options. Priests, heroes and titans, just look at this team. So the idea probably is to avoid burning Yasmin with healers, thanks to Cornelius, who greatly protects from magic, right? But you can burn Yasmin with other options, like Corvus. Then we have Lighthouse. So Colin plays a card pack, so I had to take care of him personally. And then we have some other teams who survive. I'll show you the heroes later on, just to ensure that I cover every single team. And as you can see, they have a nicely protected foundry. So I decided, okay, we're not capturing this because we don't have enough forces to remove all these teams. But still, nice composition. Talking about Citadel, at Citadel that they have Pierre with over 1 million, so probably ascended team. That's a really defensive team. You see that we have the defense from physical damage, magic, dodge, so everything necessary here. Only one healer, yes, but probably his role is just to stop at least one attack. Then we have also undead, so undeads are pretty popular here. And also, as you noticed, so they play as a tank. Aurora is super popular, Kark is pretty popular, and Esteros. So Aurora and Esteros are super popular tanks. Same about Corvus, some people play him as a tank. So that's an overview. I think that we finish Gates of Nature and they probably finish most of our forces. So we'll see tomorrow what happens. So today is Saturday. It means that we finished our fighting this week at Golden League, and today is the day when we try to protect our gold against the wolves. So that's the result we captured during the previous days. As you can see, we managed to get slightly more than at my first parts of the video, because our champions arrived, enemy champion arrived, and the result, the score is different from what I captured. But anyway, the last fight against wolves is also over. You see that we collected more points, and this fight was pretty nice, because both strategies were smart, I would say. So my strategy was pretty simple. We just go collect everything after the bridge. I also started lighthouse just to make fast targets for one of my champions. So I planned up to 4 defeats during this fight. Then we just went straight forward, removed something here, and went through the citadel. So when I was sure that the citadel is captured, then we started fighting with titans first, and after all that, when I knew the situation, we went to get one more position at Mage Academy. So our logic was to get from like 2 to 4 defeats during this fight. You see that the result is 3, and we managed to complete everything. Meanwhile, our opponent also had the smart plan this time. So the previous time he suicided into the citadel, but this time he captured everything around and then went straight there to get some more points. So I would say that both options are logical, depending on your power, on your situation. Let me introduce the NightWolf, which is present now. So we have Big Rob and Notorious RAB as the probably best defender. So Big Rob has an absolute totem of water and of earth, and he tries to combine this power. So his max power is like over 800,000. So that's just his hybrids which he tests. Same about other people. So we have all the elements around, so they can afford fighting earth, fire, water, whatever. And I would say that each element has a strong champion representing it. About heroes. So let me start from the frontline location. So Paulus and Matt play a Yasmin-based team, but still you see that both are hybrid. So we also have magic damage here. At Barracks we have Ganache and Kevin, Karkpack and Just. Do you know why Yasmin is here? Because Yasmin allows Kira to crit. I played against this team that was pretty painful. So we have magic damage, physical damage plus crits. Then we have Mage Academy with Candice and Hellcat, a pure team, and a hybrid team, I would say. After that, let me check Foundry. So at Foundry, we have several teams. Satori team also, which is kind of unusual, and we have also an undead team. At Citadel we have a bunch of different teams, and I would like to highlight that our opponent now plays not just Aurora plus Esteros, sometimes Corvus, but also some people play Galahad here. And Kark packs are pretty popular. So to fight Kark packs, I did myself that, and I used Sebastian at many fights, and that was pretty effective. So no more stuns, we can fight all the time, but Sebastian needs to survive. That's it. Okay, so that's about Lone Wolf, which became Night Wolf after unite with Midnight Villains, if I remember correctly, right? So they united with the Golden League, and as a result, we have a new guild, which is called Night Wolf, and which is a pretty solid golden champion, but you see that now we can beat them. Okay, so let me show you highlights about this week, and let's see what happened there.